Alzheimer's disease is a progressive brain disorder that damages and eventually destroys brain cells, leading to memory loss and changes in thinking and often in other brain functions. Alzheimer's disease is the most common type of dementia, a general term used to describe various diseases and conditions that damage brain cells. The world's largest event to raise awareness and funds for Alzheimer's care is just around the corner on the calendar, and details are coming up on Polk Place. Welcome to Polk Place. I'm your host, Jeremy Moretti, and with me today is Craig Mayers, the fundraising manager for the Alzheimer's Association Florida Gulf Coast chapter, Stephanie Thompson, senior program specialist and director of early stage programs for the Alzheimer's Association Florida Gulf Coast chapter, and also Dennis Kropinski with For Wildlife Nature Photography and Florida Gulf Coast Association volunteer. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Can you tell us a little bit about your organization and what exactly you guys do?
Sure. We're the Alzheimer's Association Florida Gulf Coast chapter. We serve 17 counties. In Polk County, we have an office in Lakeland. We have 2 staff members that serve anybody that's affected by dementia. So that could be somebody with the disease in the early stages or their care partner. And we serve caregivers. We help professionals. Anybody that has a question about the brain or needs a referral or a resource so they can get a diagnosis, or if they have a loved one with the disease, they can call our office and we can help them out. That number is 1-800-272-3900. That's our 24-hour confidential helpline number. Okay. So I hope anybody out there that has a question would call us. I think it's one of the best kept secrets that we have is we are available 24/7 through that helpline.
Well, what are some of the services that you guys offer to help families, to help caregivers, and those affected by the disease?
Yeah. Well, most of the time people don't know what to do. It's not like we were born to know how to care for somebody with dementia or to know what to do if we're diagnosed with it. So we offer a lot of information and resources. We have educational programs, trainings. We have an early stage support group program that offers continual support, but also information to help people through the disease process. We've got about 25 support groups for caregivers in our county. One is faith-based, one's directly for spouses, one is focused on people with early stage. And we have, so we have a diverse type of groups, and we offer trainings in the community all the time throughout Polk County.
Okay, that's a wonderful resource. Dennis, you're here. I'd like you to talk a little bit about your experience that you've been diagnosed with early onset. Mm-hmm. Okay, can you talk to us a little bit about what that means, and also what you've been able to do with the group, and what you do for them as well?
Okay, so I got a diagnosis at the age of 54, and got associated with the Alzheimer's Association, and through them was able to network with other people with the disease, early onset, as well as people further along in the disease. Learned a lot. You can get a lot of education through these guys. The things that they offer is invaluable as far as caregiving, because caregiving is a huge part of being taken care of and caring for your loved ones. The disease, early on is easier to deal with, but as you progress, you slowly slip away, and you need a lot of assistance. And knowing the resources to go to and get your life in order, for the future and plan for your family and everything. I had two kids that were basically grown, but at the same time, you still there's a lot to do. Mm-hmm. So they can help you with all that stuff, and it's a great resource. It's great.
Well, I know that they have helped you, but you also help them as well as a volunteer, correct? I
try to advocate, and been to Washington, D.C., advocate for them and volunteer locally however much I can do,
What kinds of stuff do you do as a volunteer for those out there that want to give back, who
Okay.
don't exactly know what they can do, that might be affected by this as well?
There's a lot of things to do. The walk, the kickoff that we're going to do. There's lots of little places that you can work tables. I man the table a lot of times and talk to people as they come up, and help refer people to the programs and stuff. And yeah, there's plenty of things to do.
All right.
Sign up.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Well, thank you. You guys have a lot of various events come up throughout the year, and kind of want to talk a little bit about those and the things that you have going on to raise awareness, to raise money for your organization, which is a vital part of helping people. You have to have those resources. I'd like to talk first about an awareness night you guys have coming up with the Flying Tigers, correct?
Yes, sir. It'll be August 21st will be our Alzheimer's Awareness Night at Joker Merchant Stadium in conjunction with the Lakeland Flying Tigers. It's going to be a kickoff to promote the walk coming up on November 14th at First Presbyterian Church at Lake Hollingsworth. The two events are interrelated, and we really want people to come out to the Alzheimer's Awareness Night on August 21st in an effort to let them know about the walk, let them know how they can get involved in the walk, and it's going to be a lot of fun. The tickets are available. You can call the Lakeland Flying Tigers office. I believe the number's on the flyer, but we'll be able to get that number to you all later. As long as you call the office and mention that you want tickets for the Alzheimer's Association Awareness Night, that way the funds from those tickets will be credited towards the walk. We also, at the Alzheimer's Awareness Night, are doing a electronic recycling drive. So if you have any old electronic items such as computers, laptops, printers, pretty much anything under the sun that has...
So if I want to come in with a Commodore 64 and drag it on in,
that's
I can
correct.
bring it to you guys.
Can. Well, and you
All
get
right.
a free Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich card when the first 100 people that donate do that. And so there's a lot of ways to get involved with this awareness night as well as the walk.
Okay, sounds good. Now, you also going to have the different ticket packages as well, right?
Yes, so if a company or an organization wants to come out and support the Alzheimer's Awareness Night on the 21st of August, they're able to choose from 3 different ticket packages that the Lakeland Flying Tigers have been kind enough to put together for us. And they range in price from $100 to $500, but they include up from 10 to 50 tickets, as well as a company that does the $500 package is able to get their logo on the video board at the game, as well as some PA announcement recognition, and we're just trying to involve people in as many ways as possible. And we would love to see some youth groups out there. The ticket prices are definitely discounted in those ticket packages. So if anybody wants to get involved, please have them call our office, our Lakeland office.
Your main annual events that you have, every year is your walk, held in November. Tell us a little bit about, how it started. If you could, locally, and about getting people involved and what all there is to do with the walk and, getting that out there.
So the Walk to End Alzheimer's is the nation's largest Alzheimer's awareness raising and fundraising event. And the walk is great because there's no registration fee for the Walk to End Alzheimer's. There is no fundraising minimum. There is no team recruitment goal. So it's a very flexible and very family-friendly event that doesn't require anything but coming out and supporting. We would love to have folks come and make a donation or raise funds, but we know that some people aren't in a place to do that. So we want to be an inclusive event as opposed to an exclusive event because of how tremendously impacted this part of Florida, the state of Florida is by this disease. Sure. So folks can come out on November 14th. We're going to be starting our festivities off at 9 a.m., wrapping them up around noon. And the walk, we went to Joker Merchant Stadium last year, but due to some construction that they're doing in their parking lot, we moved it back to Lake Hollingsworth in First Presbyterian Church of Lakeland. That's where you've had it in the past, I believe. And last year we raised $93,000, had over 1,000 people come out to the event. And it was really a phenomenal event. And Lakeland, the community, and the community of Polk County on the whole, was very supportive, and we really want to get the message out this year to let people know that it is the premier event for Alzheimer's and awareness and dementia in Polk County. So November 14th, 9 a.m. We'd love to see you.
Thank you guys so much for coming in. We sure do appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
The Walk to End Alzheimer's is the world's largest event to raise awareness and funds for Alzheimer's care, support, and research. Held annually in more than 600 communities nationwide, this aspiring event calls on participants of all ages and abilities to reclaim the future for millions. The 2015 Polk County Walk to End Alzheimer's is scheduled for November 14th at First Presbyterian Church at 175 Lake Hollingsworth Drive in Lakeland. Registration starts at 9 a.m., with the walk starting at 10 a.m. and post-walk activities kicking off at 11 a.m. For walk information, call 727-578-2558 or look them up on the web at www.alz.org/FL Gulf Coast. Join the Walk to End Alzheimer's because together we can end Alzheimer's disease, the nation's 6th leading cause of death.